Welcome to the land of Star Wars healing, where nothing makes sense. Today we're going to talk about the medic talent tree from the soldier career in Star Wars Age of Rebellion core rulebook. And of course we're going to be comparing it to the Edge of the Empire core rulebook's Doctor career. If you've already seen my Doctor talent tree video, you probably know a lot of what I'm going to say. The medic kind of eats the Doctor's lunch. They can do most of what a Doctor can do, and what the Doctor can do that the medic can't do. You don't care as far as healing goes. Actually, the one big leg up that the Doctor has over the medic that the medic doesn't have and might actually be legitimately jealous of, it's combat related. It's so stupid. Okay, so first of all, Stim application. It's above for the basic, improved, and supreme version. Yes, they both have all three for some reason. You think there's a way of differentiating. One of them would only get like 2 parts of it or something, or just the basic version, I don't know. You use stims to temporarily buff someone else's characteristic. There's usually a strain cost, although depending on what version you have and are using a decision you make, you can make the strain cost a little bit less, but it's harder to pull off. I do like this series of talents, using your medicine ability to help someone else, part of your party, or just contribute to the group in a way that's not just healing people, right? Not just the conventional use of that skill. I like that. That's really nice, and it can help in a really big way, and you have something to do even when people aren't injured. You can go around buffing people if you want, and maybe in strategic ways. Good talents, but they both have all of it. So they're both even. Though it does kind of make sense that medic would have all of them in some way, because they actually specialize in stims, because you have the Stim Pack application where you just inject people with medicine and they heal X amount of wounds, but if they've already had some Stim Packs, the effects aren't as strong, so they heal 1 less wounds every time they get Stim Packed. But this can sort of counteract that by healing a bit better when you're using a Stim Pack, which sort of mirrors the other talent that Doctor had, where when you're using a medicine check to heal someone, you heal more wounds. So you're not better at the check, but you do heal better when you do succeed in the first place. The issue is the medic also has that talent, 1 less rank than the Doctor does, but still, they have that talent. You would think like that's a place where they could really differentiate themselves, but no, they not really. Kind of, but not really. They also get Master Doctor, which is a really big bread and butter. You're just better at doing medicine checks with very little cost. But basically every time you do a medicine check, you're going to get this big benefit, and they get it way quicker than the Doctor does. The Doctor has to go with like 4 years of college, and then 4 years of medical school, and then at least 3 years of residency, right? Or in this case, minimum 95 experience points. This one, they can do it in like, what, 55 or something? 55 experience points, they can get Master Doctor. They also both get a talent which allows you to reroll any medicine check. Let's see, what else do they rip off from Doctor? Oh, anatomy lessons, which kind of makes more sense, at least. You use your intellect to do more damage on a combat check, which, that was always a cool, weird thing that Doctor could do. Use your anatomy knowledge to hurt people better. They do get pressure point, which will help you even more with combat, but that is so weird. The one big, awesome way they stand above the combat medic is not with healing, but with combat. I will never understand that. And then there's back to specialist, which really medic shouldn't have any of, because back to helps you when you're healing, like long-term care or in back to tanks or that sort of thing. Or why would they have any? Can't you just let the Doctor have this one dumb thing, which for the most part, when it comes to like long-term care, most GMs are just going to say, okay, well, it's been 2 months later and here you are, and then you have to interrupt. Wait a minute, don't they have injuries? Can I use my long-term care? Can I be better at healing their injuries and see if they're... No, you don't have to worry about that. They're healed. They're fine. Everything's fine. But I have the talent that allows me to... They're fine. Just shut up. Let's roll. Come on. At a lot of tables, it's going to feel useless, and even then, they only get 1 more rank than the medic does, so it's not even that... Even if it was a good talent, it doesn't matter. Well-rounded. Medic gets well-rounded. Any 2 skills you get as career skills. Do they really need that? To me, it feels better if more of an academic type has well-rounded, minored in this thing and that thing. I don't know. Why do they need well-rounded? They don't need well-rounded. Get this out of the way. It's making me sad. Okay, so what else do we got? A little bit of help with like foraging, survival-ish checks. Kind of makes sense as a soldier. You do get survival as a career skill as a soldier. That's fine. You double up on medicine as a career skill. I forgot about that part. Doctor doesn't get to double up on free ranks of medicine during creation, but they do. The combat medic does. It's so stupid. It is so... Luckily, the defense is kind of lame. You get a little bit of toughened, not much. A little bit of grit. A little more grit than toughened. It's fine. Doesn't matter, you can just heal yourself like no other, so who cares? What career skills would you even take with well-rounded? What would you even need? What else would a combat medic need? It would probably be like some kind of techie stuff. Oh, we don't have a computer hacker or a mechanic or something. I'm gonna get a 4 in intellect, because why not? So yeah, I'll pick mechanics as a career skill or something like that. Or piloting maybe, get piloting as a career skill if you need a pilot. Eventually, I guess. Okay, as far as builds go, if you were going to do a 4-3-3 thing, it's hard to say where the 4 should go, agility or intellect. You could make a case either way, because we get help with your medicine checks fairly early. That Master Doctor, I mean, it's going to take a little time to get there. But I mean, if you had a 4 in agility, you can ignore the combat side of the tree, which it doesn't give you a whole lot of help with combat anyway, and just make a beeline for Master Doctor with your 3 intellect. You'll be a decent healer. You can double up on the medicine skill. 2 yellow, 1 green. You can get yourself a med kit that gives you like a boost die. I know the Ace Sourcebook has one. If you have a techie, they can craft one. There's other medicine stuff, gear that can help you. If you have the gear and gadget Sourcebook, all sorts of cool stuff in there. That can help carry you until you get to the Master Doctor to really make you good at medicine checks. You never really have to worry about failing a medicine check. Although really, 2 yellow, 1 green, that's pretty good. Medicine, the difficulty is pretty stable. It's just based off of how injured someone is. You could always use a Stim Pack beforehand to make it a bit easier. Yeah, you could definitely go with a 3 in intellect, a 4 in agility, and be fine. I, of course, love my 4 agility and intellect. And those are great characteristics to have 4s in, because they're so flexible, especially because you have well-rounded. Get stealth and piloting, or stealth and computers, mechanics and computers. And yeah, I like the 4-4 build best, but if you're going to do a 4-3-3, 3 in brawn is probably your best bet. Help you be defensive. The opposite way of a 4 intellect, 3 in combat, and then focusing on the combat side of the tree, it's not as fruitful. You don't get as much help from your combat stuff, really. Also, you can't double up on any combat skill as far as free ranks go, and, well, I guess it depends on your species. Clatuinian, that would be a good pick for the soldier medic. But as long as you have a 2 in brawn, a 4 agility, 4 intellect is going to be an amazing build. And yeah, it is a really great tree. Make no mistake, I can complain about it, but it's just so weird when compared to the Doctor. I think I still like the Doctor better as a combat healer. It's just more interesting. The brawl pressure point stuff is really weird. I like that better, but whatever. Play it if you want. You'll have fun. All right, bye.